We started 6 o'clock with I-Team 8, and Sunday morning's mass shooting that left one person dead, 5 others injured. It's the second mass shooting in the past 2 weekends.
And both mayoral candidates visited the crime scene. Both told I-Team 8's senior investigative reporter Richard Essex what they believe is behind the violence and what needs to happen to end it.
The packaging of the tools that paramedics use to keep someone alive at a crime scene litter the sidewalks here on Edwin Court, and it's just a sample of what we've seen in Indianapolis. The evidence of gunfire is on full display. Boarded up windows, shattered glass, the results of angry gunfire. Police say an altercation inside of this bar turned nasty, which led to guns drawn and shots fired. Just before noon on Monday, both Indianapolis mayoral candidates, incumbent Joe Hogsett and Republican challenger Jefferson Shreve, were asking for voter support. 2 weeks in a row, mass shootings have dominated city resources and the police.
Too many guns are on the street, Richard. Permitless carry is allowed. Concealed carry is allowed. Open carry is allowed. You can buy a gun at the age of 18. And a lot of people who have no legal business owning guns have guns.
It wasn't unusual. I mean, this is becoming almost routine to wake up on a Sunday morning and read these stories, see these news on your station and others. It's just too much. I was coming back from church yesterday morning. I stopped at the scene there on Madison Avenue in Edgewood by the Kroger store. One young man killed, 7 shot, and a display of bullets. The evidence techs were collecting 200 rounds right there on the south side. Closely, I mean, it's a mile from my home.
The gunfire impacted dozens of people that weren't even present when the shots were fired. We asked every business in the plaza to talk to us about the weekend violence. Everyone declined our request. Off camera, one guy did tell us that when he showed up to work this morning, he was surprised that the window had been shot out. Another person told us bullets hit 2 windows and went right through one wall.
There seemed to be a new sense, not of just of urgency, but a new sense of community responsibility. In other words, I think people are starting to recognize that it's not just a challenge for IMPD or for the Office of Public Health and Safety, but our neighborhoods, our parents, our community members, they have a role to play.
But there are no consequences for a lot of the gun violence, and we have to acknowledge that. Young people pull out guns and they're picked up and they're back out in the streets in short order. And there are break points in the system, but there have to be consequences that deter people from pulling out a handgun.
IMPD located several firearms from people at the shooting. In Indianapolis, Richard Essex, Wish TV, I-Team 8.